So I have this purple hearing aid. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm trying to show you. But it's like behind the ear, and I have 2 other ones charging. Yes, I have an extra pair. Why did I change my hearing aid? All the things. So I do have an extra other pair for backup, like 2 extra pairs. I probably have like 5 pairs of hearing aids altogether that actually work. 5 pairs of hearing aids that actually work. But here's the thing. The hearing aids, I showed you guys my gold hearing aids a few weeks ago. Like, they worked. They were fine, and they worked. Now, this is just me. That doesn't mean this happens to everyone, but this is just me. I have noticed, like, the thin wiring, I guess that's what you call it. I don't really know, but the thin wiring versus this hearing aid tube, if you can tell, you know, try to show you. But anyway, the thin wiring stops working after a couple months. Like, that is the second time, like, even a few years ago, I tried those hearing aids and I could hear really well, awesome. And then one day it just literally stopped working. Didn't need to be cleaned out. There wasn't wax in it, nothing. And I was like, the hearing aid itself works, but the wiring doesn't. So that really doesn't help me. And you can't really replace the wiring all the time. And it didn't come with extra wiring. It's like, I thought it did, but it didn't. So yeah, rip off. Anyway, it's fine. You live and you learn. And that's why I always have backups. So I don't go without hearing aids. But I do have my purple hearing aids on because I love them. And all of my hearing aids have directional hearing. And so, yeah, they're rechargeable, and I love them. So that is the explanation to that. No, for all adults, it's party without parents. Repeat after me. Party without parents. Party without parents. What's up, twin? Twin, what you doing?
Hello.
Party without parents?
Yeah.
Party. No, scream it. Scream as loud as you can.
Party.
That is not as loud as you can scream. Scream. No, don't get mad at me on the video. That is not allowed.
He even moved his
He
hand.
did. He moved his hand.
That's funny.
Scream. Scream as loud as you can.
Party.
That is not as loud as you can scream.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Brian,
Party.
somebody is coming to beat me up. You better have a vocal. You better have some vocal cords.
Party.
No, that's weak.
Okay.
Party without parents.
Well, that's too loud.
I know. You guys. Party without parents.
Party without
Party
Parents.
That's better.
Yeah.
Woo. That was a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Twin, how do you like our pantry? Pantry organized?
Yes.
Yeah, you haven't seen my room.
No, I haven't.
That'll be fun. We had pizza. Twin brought us pizza.
You gonna show it?
Maybe. In case y'all don't know what pizza looks like, I'm just gonna show you the box.
Well, there's the box.
That's all you need to
Not
see.
like everyone's ever seen a box, pizza box before.
That's all you need to see. We have a pantry full of stuff. Oh, it's sunny over here.
Yeah, it's really sunny over there. But
And you guys,
it's real nice and warm,
I know.
though.
Yeah, well, this sweatshirt goes with this outfit. I didn't have it on earlier, but outside it's really warm and inside it's cold.
Yeah,
so, you know what?
The sun's on this side. Let's go out there and swing.
We should, yeah.
Because
Look, we got enough.
over there. Ooh, there's wood bees. So never mind.
Carpenter bees don't sting you, though. They only chew in the wood. You afraid of them?
They still try to bug you. I don't like them.
They're like,
They still try to bug you. And I'm like,
yeah, carpenter bees
just leave me alone and I'll leave you alone.
are kind of like cats.
Maybe.
Anyways, words of advice, anyone? Anyone?
Just be kind. That's all I have to say.
Brian, words of advice?
What?
Any advice? Brian.
Nothing that comes to mind at the moment.
Well, you're real helpful. You make me crazy. Bam!
What? Whoa.
Did you just growl at me?
No.
But you had.
No.
You gotta put your head up, dude. I don't like looking at the top of your head. I like looking at your face. Did you just roll your eyes at me?
What? How would I know?
No, he shrugged.
I know.
How
He crossed his hands and shrugged.
How do I know if I roll my eyes? Come on.
Honey, I'm just kidding.
We love you, Brian.
We do. I mean, that's why I'm marrying you. That's why she's part of my...
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Almost said too much. I can't do this. This is what happens when we party. We still haven't even made dessert yet. Oh, shoot.
Are you really going to make dessert or
boy.
what?
Did you just ask me if I'm going to have dessert?
It's not what.
Are you going to make dessert or what?
Oh, I
I
have
wish
plenty.
it was Friday.
I know!
What
Tomorrow's
about-
Friday.
I know.
We'll be back, y'all. I gotta figure this out. It's such a really nice day out here. It's like 84 degrees right now, in the middle of the daytime. And this pillow is falling, off this chair. Anyway, it's going to be, I'm taking all of this in right now because it is going to be in the 50s and 60s for the next week. So I live for days like these. Like, I am just sitting out here enjoying it in the rocking chair and I just cannot wait for summer, for the weather to stay like this. It is windy, very windy, and you hear wind chimes in the background, but it feels amazing. Okay, so I'm sitting outside again. So I went in to get a snack, but I haven't really talked about it much on this channel, I don't think, but I have finally scheduled my cardiac MRI. So my pediatric, I do see a pediatric cardiologist. He pretty much sees kids and babies now only, so I don't know if he even sees other adults, because most adults are starting families and beyond that, and obviously I'm getting married. But anyway, so I'm an exception. I got to stay with him, which was basically an answer to prayer. But I have to get a cardiac MRI. We're not in the danger zone. So he needs a 3-dimensional picture of my heart. I've never gotten a cardiac MRI before. So he has to have a baseline so that we know we're not in the danger zone for sure. Like, we're not with the echocardiogram, we're not, you know, with the EKG, but we need to make sure CT is not gonna do it, you know, and so he needs that. I'm not really nervous about the MRI itself. I've never even had an MRI period in my life. Maybe when I was a baby. I don't remember that, obviously. But either way, I've never had an MRI that I can remember. And so I think the two things, which I think that I'm most concerned about is not really the MRI. I mean, I think it's normal to have concerns when you are going to get a test done like this. But, so because it's a cardiac MRI, at the end of the MRI, they have to give you contrast. I guess it helps them see in one area or something like that. I don't really know everything. I just know they have to give it to you at the very end. And I'm a little nervous because I don't know how my body is going to react to contrast. Sorry, it's so windy out here, but it does feel good. I don't know how my body is going to react to contrast. We think it's going to be just fine. It should be just fine. They said if not, they will give me something to counteract it. But I'm just hoping we don't have to do that because I just don't want anything unnecessary happening during just a routine, my very first cardiac MRI. I want to have a good experience, so I'm not afraid to do them, you know? And also just the unknowing, like, okay, so we know the numbers are good here. Are the numbers good with this MRI testing as well? So I think those are just the main things that I think about. The other things with the noises and stuff, I'll get over that. Like, you know, I think if the MRI was without contrast, I wouldn't be as nervous. But like I said, they have to give you contrast for a cardiac MRI. So that does make sense. But I did what I promised my pediatric cardiologist I would do. I scheduled it. It was supposed to be done, like we were gonna do in August, but you know, things happen, like my mom broke her foot, we needed a lot of help around here, and then obviously I got engaged in between, and my mom had to be on like a 2 to 3 month recovery, something like that. Sorry, there's a big bus, truck thing. Then I got really sick with pleurisy, and as we know, I'm gonna do a video about that later on, not right now, but I am gonna do a serious one on that. But I got very sick, and so we couldn't do that. I mean, it took me 2 months to recover. And also at the same time, my grandpa passed away, and now it's literally April, and I'm finally healthy again. So we literally had no time to do it. It wasn't like we were putting on the back burner. It was just like things kept happening, preventing us from really going in and taking the time, because we just need to focus on this MRI. We can't be focused on 10 different things at one time, because this is a serious thing. So anyway, I did what I promised him I would do. So I am proud of myself, because it took me a few years to really process that it's gonna be okay. So anyway, it's not until July, so we have some time to prep. And honestly, that's better for me mentally, because if I find out like it's next week, I would just be a little nervous. I don't know. I do good with the more prep time I have. But it's not until July, but it is gonna happen. It needs to happen, and that's that. All right, stay tuned.